Hi everybody, my name is Carmen Schenk and I'm the Tiny House Foodie, and I'm continuing the series of things I learned from living tiny. Now today I want to talk about cleaning house. I'm holding up this handmade broom that is really actually a work of art, and it has been a pleasure to use this. It's been handmade, was handmade by Gary Robinson of Jack Mountain Crafters. He is an artisan who makes brooms and brushes, and this is called a hearth broom. I think it's really quite beautiful, and you know what? It made it so easy to give up the vacuum cleaner. Not that I wanted to keep a vacuum cleaner anyway, but when you're living 125 square feet and the power is limited because you're going to have heat or vacuum, that has a way of clarifying things. So it was a great joy to give up the vacuum cleaner and to sweep instead. And you know what? 125 square feet. It just doesn't take long to sweep. Not long at all. And having a beautiful handmade broom that hung on the wall in the bathroom, that was just, for me, that really made me happy. I traded in something horrible and loud and noisy, and I got a beautiful broom instead. And I mean, that's a really good trade in my opinion. When we had the restaurant, of course, we had chlorine bleach, we had all kinds of chemicals, we had glass cleaners and toilet cleaners and the whole 9 yards. We actually had a whole section in the kitchen that was just a cleaning cabinet, and it was a pretty significant amount of space full of cleaning chemicals. And we went tiny, and just like there wasn't space for a trash can and there wasn't space for paper towels and some of the other things I've talked about in other parts of the series, there wasn't space for 20 different chemicals, and it just wasn't going to happen. And so I had to learn how to really simplify house cleaning. And since I'm not a big fan of house cleaning anyway, it was time to simplify it all the way around, to make it less expensive, to make it less toxic, because household cleaners are incredibly toxic. And it was time to make it simpler, because this is not my life's work. I am not going to spend my life cleaning house. It's just not going to happen. No, I do clean house enough to be kind of, never mind, I don't even clean that house that much. Okay, so your two best friends in cleaning your house in a natural, non-toxic environment: baking soda, vinegar. These two things are amazing. Okay, so one of my first experiences with this was my parents had moved into another considerable house, and above the stove there was this light fixture. Who does that, right? So above the stove there's this light fixture, and it's covered in grease that's kind of baked on. I took that big horrible thing down, and I went into the bathroom, into the tub, and I sprinkled it with baking soda, and then I poured on the vinegar. And if you're not aware of this, it makes this really cool chemical reaction and fuzzes all up, and it makes it just really exciting and fun. And then, look, let's just be real. I was not looking forward to that job. It was going to be really disgusting. And you can spray all kinds of chemicals on that gunk, and it is just really incredibly resistant. It had been there for a very long time, and it was horrible. It was really horrible. You know what? I came back later and wiped. Like how they do on the infomercials? They spray it and then they just wipe, and then it's like it's never even was dirty at all. It was like that. Except it was real life, and there were no freakish fans. So it was amazing. I was able to wipe it and then just rinse it under running water in the shower, and the light fixture came clean. No scrubbing, no icky gunky stuff. Was really a revelation. So I am now totally a fan of the whole vinegar and baking soda experience. I also became a member of Young Living while I was in my tiny house, and this product has rocked my world. This is really one of my favorite things. This is essential oil infused household cleaner called Thieves household cleaner. Thieves, there is some lore about way back, like the 15th century. There were thieves who were using a combination of like rosemary and I don't know, cinnamon stuff. They were robbing the bodies of people who had succumbed to the plague, but they weren't getting ill because they had these herbs and spices on their person. And so, you know, there's this whole long, who knows, may even be apocryphal story. But all that to say that Young Living took that formula, added eucalyptus, and this is an all-purpose cleaner. So literally, you take a capful, which is a teaspoon. You put it in the spray bottle. You fill the rest with water, and you've got this amazing household cleaner. It works on everything. It works on glass. It works on countertops. It works, you know what? It's like the tiny house cleaner in one bottle. It's crazy. It's actually really wonderful. Okay, so that worked wonders for me. And you know what? If you're not going to the store and picking up an $8 of a 409 and a $9 bottle of this and a $10 bottle of that, I mean, this stuff's expensive. And one bottle of this is an ultra concentrate and you use 1 teaspoon at a time to make your full bottle of cleaner, guess what? This becomes an environmentally friendly product because this makes so much cleaner that you don't have to buy an individual plastic disposable bottles. And hello, it works. So that was a surprise to me. I didn't know that something like that existed. It is based on the power of essential oils, and I love that stuff. Love, love, love. Again, just crazy how much a few simple things can simplify your cleaning world and make such a huge difference. Essential oils, there are a lot of essential oils that have cleansing properties. Maybe it depends on what research you read, but there may be some antibiotic, antifungal, all kinds of stuff, properties to some essential oils. And so I did some research. You can do your own research online. Young Living, of course, is my brand of choice. And this is one of my favorites. This is Citrus Fresh, and it's got citrus fragrant. Oh, it smells so good. So just judging from the smell, I think there's a little bit of orange, mandarin orange, lemon. I don't even know what else in here. Oh my goodness, it just smells really good. So the really super simple thing to do if you don't want to buy a product like this or, some of the toxic stuff is just a couple of drops of essential oils in a bucket and wipe up your floor. Did you know you don't have to have soap suds to get things clean? I know, it's crazy, just crazy. And a little spray bottle, the little ones, not this size, but the little ones with a couple of 10 drops of essential oils, and you can use water or vodka or whatever you want to use with it. Give it a shake, spray. That stuff will rock your world too, because tiny houses are really kind of small and intimate spaces, and there's nothing that can make a tiny house feel tiny like a great big smell. And so, gone. It's a miracle. It's a dependable miracle. And so I am a huge fan of essential oils. And you know what really was interesting to notice? There's a lot of people in the tiny house community who are using essential oils for stuff. I don't think it's just that they work really well and they're small so they don't take up much space. It doesn't matter how big your house is. Essential oils are fantastic. So before I start on that sermon about how much I love essential oils, let me just say that in place of Clorox wipes, a washcloth with some spray cleaner or warm water with a couple of drops of essential oils, this stuff works wonders, and it's not bad for the environment. It's non-toxic. If you have any questions about the toxic chemicals that are in household cleaners, with the exception of vinegar and baking soda and essential oils, I think it would be a good idea. There is an app called Think Dirty, and you upload it on your phone or your iPad or whatever, and you just go through your household cleaners. There will be a barcode. You scan the code, it'll come up in the app, and it will tell you on a scale of 1 to 10 how toxic your stuff is, how toxic your cleaning supplies are. So I was pretty blown away that some stuff that I've used for years and thought was great is actually incredibly toxic. So it was a real, just was such a, that was a hard one. I found that was really hard. Some of my skincare products tested out really high using that app. A friend of mine, it was really cute. I was talking to her about toxic stuff at her house, and the toxic, this is my cousin. I love her so much. And she was saying that she uses toxic cleaners, but she doesn't use them often enough that could ever possibly be a problem. So if you don't clean house, then I'm probably not really talking to you. But if you clean house and want to make a change for a more natural, less environmentally nightmarish kind of toxic thing, if you want to make a switch to a better product line, then look for products on the Think Dirty app that have good scores, or sign on with a company that's trusted to get those toxins out of your products, your household products, your skincare products, your supplements, all of it. This is a fantastic way to go. Okay. There's more information on my website about Young Living and becoming a member. And but I'm not here to sell you something. I'm just here to remind you that sometimes the simplest things are really effective and really wonderful about cleaning your house. I'm holding my artisan-made broom because I think it is a work of art, and it makes me happy to use this thing, and it makes me also very happy that it works really well. And so I never did have a vacuum in our tiny house, and when we sold that and moved in here to a small space, I will admit I got a vacuum. So we had one of those Roomba things. So yeah, we have a vacuum now. So we have backslidden, I guess, a little bit, but still I am using baking soda. It's a wonderful thing. Combination with white distilled vinegar and Thieves household cleaner. Still my favorite. Simplicity in a bottle. This is environmentally friendly. This is really simplicity in a bottle. And your choice of essential oils, there's a whole long list of essential oils that have cleansing properties. My class on, I have a class called Getting the Skunky Funk Out of Your Tiny House. So if you go to tinyhousefoodie.com and you look at courses and you click on that class, Getting the Skunky Funk Out of Your Tiny House, it will give you a lot more information on air quality in your tiny house. It will give you my formula for my personal combinations that I used for air freshener instead of like Febreze or something like that. It's just, a spritz and the bad smells go away. It's miraculous, except it's a very dependable miracle. And then, oh, that smells so good. I just sprayed the Thieves household cleaner. It smells so good. And then I give you in that class a whole big long list of essential oils that have cleansing properties. So you can, this is Citrus Fresh is the one I'm holding, which is a blend of various citrus. There's a whole long list. The essential oils in Thieves are cinnamon, clove, lemon, eucalyptus, and I'm forgetting something. I think there's a couple of others. Rosemary, that's another one. But you know what? All of those essential oils have cleansing properties one by one. You don't necessarily have to have the whole crew, although they do cleanse in different ways. So it's kind of nice to have the whole, the whole spectrum kind of thing. So if you sign into my class, and I don't remember how much it is, I think it's $10, remove the skunky funk from your tiny house. For more information on how to get your house Mennonite clean. Thank you so much for listening. I'm Carmen Shank, the Tiny House Foodie, reminding you that we can go tiny, embrace simplicity, and still eat really well. Thanks so much for listening. I do appreciate it. Bye.